This is a real stool that I use for things other than our show, and sometimes it gets rearranged around the place because I need to step on something to go grab stuff. So now that I've recovered it, we're ready to begin. Welcome back, everybody. We're doing 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. We do this every single day to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community, to make the suffering we're about to put ourselves through a little bit more fun, a little bit more entertaining, a little easier to stay consistent with. So, if you like hip mobility, if you like side splits, you like the idea of practicing consistency with a whole bunch of people on the internet, this is the show for you. Hit follow, hit subscribe, keep coming back, and we are live at every day starting like 3 minutes ago, 9 p.m. Eastern. All right, 3 minutes ago, whatever time that was, that's when we go live every day. Cool. Monday through Sunday. Let's get ready to warm up with our hip cars. All right, hip cars look a little bit like this. We're gonna start by lifting our knee up as high as we can, just one leg at a time. Up, 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 up. Whew. Then we're gonna open up that leg to the side. Open, 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 open. Open some more. Open, 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 open. We're really working on flexing those glutes, pulling that leg out to the side as wide as you can. And from here, we're going to rotate the leg. I want you to bring the ankle up, bring the knee down just a little bit. And I want you to keep on rotating. Bring the knee down a little bit more. Bring the ankle up a little bit higher. That is almost it. We're going to bring the leg back behind us. All right? Your knees are going to disappear, but from the side, it's going to look like this. You're flexing the hamstrings, you're flexing the glutes, you're feeling the stretch right here in the front. That is 1 rep. We're going to do 10 of these on the left side, 10 of these on the right side. Let's go, high knee. Open. Ankle up some more, down and back. That's 1, high knee. Open. Ankle up, down and back. That's 2. If you are struggling with balance, stick your arms out, hold something. You can put your hands against the wall and continue. Just make sure you're doing it with the side that is not the leg that's getting moved. All right, that was 3, I think. Let's go. High knee. Open. Ankle up some more. Down and back. That's 4, high knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 5, high knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 6, high knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 7, high knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 8, high knee. I'm off balance. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 9. Last 1, high knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 10. Whew. That is one side going forward. We got 3 more of these. So let's get ready to continue. Stand all your weight on one leg. Keep that core nice and tight, and let's go, high knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 1, high knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 2, high knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 3, high knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 4, high knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 5, high knee. Ooh, I'm off balance. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 6, high knee. Open. Remember, the goal is to really try your best to lift your knee as high as you can. Open as wide as you can. Rotate as much as you can using your own muscle power. That's 7, high knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 8, high knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 9. Last 1, high knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 10. Whoo! That is us going forward. We got to do some more hip cars. We got to go in reverse. All right? When we go in reverse, we look a little bit like this. We start by bringing our leg down and back. Flex the hamstrings, flex the glutes. Feel the stretch right here in the front of your hip. Right? We're going to lift that leg up to the side. Try to get your knee and your ankle horizontal. We're going to rotate the knee down. Rotate the knee up. Bring that leg forward. That will be 1 rep. All right? We're going to do 10 of those on the left side. We're going to do 10 of those on the right side. And it's time to begin. Let's go. Hold on to something for balance again if you need it. All right? Back. Side. Ankle up. Ankle down. Knee. That's 1. Back. Side. Ankle up. Ankle down. Knee. That's 2. Back. Side. Ankle up. Ankle down. Knee. That's 3. Back. side, ankle up, ankle down, knee, that's 4, keep going, back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee, 5, back, side, ankle, ankle, knee, that's 6, 4 more, back, side, ankle, ankle, knee, that's 7, back, side, ankle, ankle, knee, that's 8, back, side, ankle, ankle, knee, that's 9, last one, back, side, ankle, ankle, knee, that's 10. Ho, ho, ho. Those are hip cars. Whew, shake out your legs. We got one last leg to do. In reverse. Catch your breath, take a couple seconds. Breathe in. Let's continue. Keep the core nice and strong and tight. Balance on that one leg, and let's go back. Side, ankle up, ankle down, knee, that's 1, back. Side, ankle up, ankle down, knee, that's 2, back. Side, ankle up, ankle down, knee, that's 3, back. Side, ankle up, ankle down, knee, that's 4, again. I know you guys are getting tired, but we are trying our bestest to bring our legs to maximum range of motion. That means lift as high as you can, rotate as much as you can, rotate and lift some more. I think that's 6, maybe. Ankle up, ankle down, knee, that's 7. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee, that's 8. 2 more, back, side, ankle, ankle, knee, that's 9, last one, back, side, ankle, ankle, knee, that's 10. Whew, we are done with our hip cars. That was 40 reps, 10 to the front on each leg, 10 to the back on each leg, and that was our first warm-up exercise. We're going to jump into our second warm-up exercise. It is called the elephant walk. What I want you to do is fold here at the hips, bring your belly button down towards the ground. Whee! If you got tight hamstrings and can't get to this angle, you're a little bit higher up, that's okay. Just focus your bestest on bringing your belly button towards the ground. All right? From here, we're going to bend one leg and straighten out the other. Okay? I want you to see if you can fold a little bit further and switch from side to side while you're at it. All right? Switch. And switch. And switch. You want to feel that stretch in your hamstrings, and you want your back to almost relax a little bit. All right? There's not an exact number we're trying to do here. We're just going to do as many as it takes for me to tell you about the show again. Because now there's like 100 plus people over on TikTok. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're doing 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. We do this every single day to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community, to make the suffering that we put ourselves through a little bit more fun, a little bit more entertaining, a little easier to stay consistent with. So if you like hip mobility, if you want to work on your side splits, you want a little bit of help practicing consistency, then make sure to hit follow, hit subscribe. We are live every day at 9 p.m. Eastern time, which means we start about 11 minutes ago, whatever time that is for you. And you should definitely set a calendar invite after this live, and you should definitely set an alarm after this live. All right, that's enough. Let's go. We got 5 more reps. I want you to really focus, now that your hamstrings have loosened up quite a bit, on bring your belly button down towards the ground, fold forward a little bit more, bend the knees, straighten out the other leg, bend the knee, straighten out the other leg, bend the knee, straighten out the other leg, bend the knee, straighten out the other leg. 2 more. 1 and 0. Pop into a little bit of a squat. Come on back into standing. That is our second warm-up exercise. We are moving on to number 3. We're going to get right back into the position we just came out of, but this time we're going to work on thoracic rotation, all right? Thoracic spine is basically this chunk of your spine below the neck, basically to around the belly button-ish area. It's designed to twist. It's designed to bend. It's designed to hunch over if you need to, and it's designed to do the opposite. What we're going to work on is a little bit of rotation, all right? What I want you to do is, once again, fold at the waist, bring the belly button down to the ground, Bend one knee, straighten out the other leg. I want you to take the arm from the bent leg side. I want you to reach across to the straight leg. I want you to push off that shin bone. And I want you to open it up. Get that rotation started. Stick your other arm straight up into the air if you can. If you can't, you're at a little bit of an angle. That's okay. Just try your best, all right? Once you're as high as you can get for now, I want you to inhale, exhale, and reach back behind you. Woo. My back cracked. All right, other side. Bent leg, straight leg. Bent arm, straight leg. Rotate and push. Inhale, exhale, and reach. That is 1 rep. We're going to do 5 of these in total. Take your time. I might talk fast. You don't have to move fast. And definitely make sure to breathe. Exhale. Be loud about it. Be obnoxious. It's okay. And rotate, reach while you exhale. All right, let's go. Bent leg, straight leg. Bent arm, straight leg. Open it up. Look at the hand. Inhale. Exhale and reach. That's 2. Other side. Inhale. Exhale and reach. Woo, that's 2 again. Let's keep going. 3 more. Open it up. Look at the hand. Inhale. Exhale and reach. Woo. And other side. Look at the hand. Inhale. Exhale and reach. That's 3. Keep going. That's 4. And 4 again. Last go around, we're explaining it from the top. We're taking this leg, we're bending it. This leg, we're straightening it out. Arm from the bent leg side is going to reach across, grab the ankle or just above it on the other leg, the straight leg. We're going to push off that shin to rotate. Look at the hand. Inhale. Exhale and reach. Reach, 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 reach. That's 5. Other side. Inhale. Exhale and reach. Woo, that is some thoracic rotation. Hopefully you find that your back is able to move a little bit better. And I want you to do a little shuffle, do a little dance, shake your hips from side to side, pop them, boom, boom, boom. Have fun with the mobility that you have been working on. All right. The easier or the more fun you make movement, the easier it is to keep your mobility. All right. What did we just do? That was our 3rd warm-up exercise. We're going to move on into our 4th and final warm-up exercise. It's called the Cossack switch. All right. What I want you to do is basically open up your legs wide enough where you're feeling comfortable, where you're feeling stable. All of this is going to change anyway, so you don't have to get super strict about anything just yet. But what I do want you to do is try your best to bend this knee and come on down to the ground in a deep squat or as deep as you can get on that leg. All right. If you're more experienced, you might be able to drop quite low. If you're newer to the show, you might be stuck a little bit higher, and that is absolutely okay. If you're brand new to the show and you're not quite sure what's happening, feel free to stay a little bit higher until you understand what's happening, and then you can take a little bit more risk. All right? From here, wherever you are, our goal is to move our butt that way. All right? If you're low enough to the ground, you can put your hands down on the ground. You can help shift your weight over by walking your hand to the other side. If you're a little bit higher, you might just be like, woo, and slide from side to side. Also great. And if you're somewhere in the middle, you can't quite reach the floor, but you're not quite flowing from side to side as easily as if you were higher up, then make sure you got something for a little bit of hand support. If you have a small stool, a coffee table, an ottoman, that will do. Scoot on over to the other side. Get as low as you can. Inhale. Exhale. Sink a little deeper. And then come on back however you need to come back. All right? Whew. That we're going to count as 1 rep. We're going to do 10 of these in total, so we're doing 9 more. Bring your butt over to the other side. Take it nice and slow. You don't have to rush. Come on back. That's 2. If you're feeling strong, you're like, I don't need my hands. Feel free to try to do this without using your hands. Keep on coming over. Inhale. Exhale. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. Come on back. Other side. Inhale. Exhale. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. That's 3. Keep going. Across. And back. That's 4. If at any point you're like, yep, nope, this is too hard, you can always go back to having your hands on the ground. And you can always also come up a little bit to make it a little bit easier on yourself. All right? I think that was 5. Let's go for number 6. If you want to make this a little bit more challenging, instead of leaning super far forward without your hands, you can try and sit up a little bit straighter so that your back muscles are firing. And stick your arms out to help balance. Let's go. 6 and 6. Keep going. 7 and 7. At this point, if you're feeling a little bit of tenderness, a little achiness on the inside of your knee, I want you to definitely come up a little bit, slide over, and come on down. All right, eat, and across, and down. How high you come up is dependent on how high you were before. All right, we're going to go higher than wherever you were before, so it's easier for you. All right, you don't have to match my height; it just has to be higher relative to wherever you were. All right, for the 10th and final rep, if you're ready, I want you to do some squats. I want you to power through on this leg, boom, come back into standing, and do the same on this side. Slowly drop on down with control, and when you're ready, power through. That is 10 Cossack switches, Cossack slidey things, Cossack squats. That is our warm up. If you've never been here before, we're doing 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. We do this every single day to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community, to make the suffering we're about to put ourselves through a little bit more fun, a little bit more entertaining, a little easier to stay consistent with. So, if you like hip mobility, if you like side splits, if you like the idea of practicing a little bit more consistency with a bunch of other people, then make sure to hit follow, hit subscribe, and we go live every day at 9 p.m. Eastern, all right? Which means we started 19 minutes ago. It's time to move on into our stretches. The first stretch that we're going to do is a hamstring stretch. I recommend you go grab a little bit of padding for your knee. I'm already on padding, but I'm going to grab a little bit more padding. I don't need it, but for the sake of me having something while you guys have something, I'm going to have something. This padding doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be gym flooring. It could literally be anything that has a little bit of cushioning in it, right? If you have an old flip-flop, perfect, goes under your knee. The flip-flop could have been broken. All you have is a little piece of foam underneath. Perfect, even better, stick it under your knee. Old sneakers, awesome. Couch cushion, decorative pillow, stuffed animal your dog ripped apart, stick the stuffing back in, put it under your knee, and we're ready to go, all right? Next, I want you to come into a kneeling position, but I want your knees, your hips, your shoulders, your head to be basically in a straight line, all right? I don't want too much bending, I don't want too much of this, and I definitely don't want you to be leaning super far forward or super far back, all right? Next, we're going to extend one leg out in front, and I want you to maintain that straight line. Cool? From here, we're going to take our belly button, we're going to fold it down to that leg. Fold, 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 fold some more, fold again, keep folding. Whee! As soon as you get stuck, we're going to breathe, all right? Inhale. Relax, let your body drape over that leg as you exhale. Whew. We'll do it again. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can sink a little deeper into your stretch. Just let your body drape. You don't have to force it. You don't have to shove it down. Again, third time. Let's go. Inhale. Exhale and relax. Whew. Now that you're a little deeper in your stretch, we're going to add some movement. All right? I want you to bend the knee, and I want you to bring your chest down, your torso down to touch that knee. Okay? And then I want you to keep that chest where it is while you slowly bring that leg back to straight. All right? That was one. We're going to do 5 times. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. I want you to try to fold a little bit closer to the ground each time. Remember, we're trying to touch the whole torso to the thigh. It's not just about you trying to take your head and stick it into the ground. It's you taking your whole entire upper body. All right? That should be about 5. Once you've done 5, we're going to fold a little bit deeper. Hopefully, your thighs, your hamstrings are feeling a little bit looser. Maybe you're feeling a little bit deeper in your stretch, because it's only going to get worse from here. Let's go. We're going to inhale, exhale, and fold, which means we're going to take a big breath into our lungs. We're going to slowly exhale that air out, and while we're exhaling, we're going to focus on bringing our belly buttons down towards the ground. Really, they'll get stopped by our thighs. But I want you to imagine you're bringing it to the ground. All right? Let's go. Inhale. Big breath in. Exhale and fold. Fold, 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 fold. Woo. Oh, man. All right. Inhale, relax. Woo. Again, inhale, relax. That's 2. Let's go for third. Inhale. Relax. Let your body drape over that leg. We're going to do the knee bend and straighten again, all right? Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 2. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 3. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 4. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 5. It's time for us to go a little bit deeper. Y'all ready? This is the last one, I promise. Inhale, exhale, fold. Let's go. Big breath in. Slowly exhale and fold, 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 fold. Woo. All right, inhale, relax. Again, inhale, relax. Third time, inhale, relax. And it's time to bend those legs. Let's go. Bend the knee. Bring the chest down. Straighten it out. Bend the knee. Bring the chest down. Straighten it out. Bend the knee. Chest down. Straighten it out. Knee. Chest down. Straighten it out. I don't even have any idea how many of these we've done, but let's just pretend that's 5. We're holding it here. All right? I want you to just breathe. I want you to relax, especially if you're new to this live. If you're a little bit more experienced, when we get to 20 seconds, I want you to contract your hamstring muscles. I want you to push your heel into the ground. Hold that for about 10 seconds and then relax. All right? Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23. Newbies, keep relaxing. Regulars, contract, contract, contract. Pull your heel into the ground. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Everybody relax. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our hamstring stretch. Whew. Bring your leg in, back, underneath you. Catch your breath, breathe, and let's get back into it on the other side. Knee to hip, hip to shoulder, shoulder to head, nice and straight. Flex your butt, tense your abs to help you get into that nice straight line. Extend one leg out in front, and we're ready to fold our belly button down to the ground. All right, let's go. Fold, 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 fold. Whee! Ugh. As soon as you get stuck, inhale, relax. Let your body flop over that leg. Again, inhale, relax. That's 2. Third time, let's go. Inhale, relax. From here, we're going to do the knee bend, chest down, leg straighten. All right? Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. Knee, chest, straighten. That's 2. Knee, chest, straighten. That's 3. Knee, chest, straighten. That's 4. Again, knee, chest, straighten. That's 5. It's time for us to fold a little deeper into our stretch. Y'all ready? Let's go. Inhale, exhale, fold. Big breath in. Slowly exhale and fold, 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 fold. Woo. You might notice immediately one leg is probably way more flexible than the other. That's normal. That's okay. All right. Next, we are going to inhale, relax. Release the tension. Fold a little deeper into your thigh. Inhale, relax. That's number 2. Let's go again. Number 3. Inhale, relax. And let's bend the knee. Bring the chest down. Straighten out. Knee up. Chest down. Straighten it out. Knee up. Chest down. Straighten it out. Knee up. Chest down. Straighten it out. That's 3. And 4. And 5. Whew. We got one last one for this leg, and then we're done. Inhale, exhale, relax. What am I saying? Inhale, exhale, fold. Let's go. Inhale. Exhale and fold, 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 fold. Bring that belly button down to the ground. Woo.
All right, inhale, relax. Let your body drape over that leg. Again, inhale, relax. Let your body drape over that leg. Third time, inhale, relax. Let your body chill. Knee bends. Let's go. Bend the knee. Bring the chest down. Straighten it out. Bend the knee. Bring the chest down. Straighten it out. That's 2 knee. Chest. Straighten. That's 3 knee. Chest. Straighten. That's 4 knee. Chest. Straighten. That's 5. We're hanging out here for 30 seconds. Everybody, relax. Regulars, contract that 20 seconds. Ready? Let's go. 30. 29. 28. 27. 26. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 25. 24. 23. 22. 21. Contract if you're contracting. 20. 19. 18. 17. 16. Push those heels into the ground. 15. 14. 13. 12. 11. 10. Relax. Everybody relax. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. 0. That is our hamstring stretch. We are done. Bring that leg in. Oh, kneel for a second. Flex your glutes. Clench your abs and wake up those muscles. Cool? All right. That was our first stretch. That was our hamstring stretch. That was really intense because most of our other stretches need a little bit of hamstring flexibility before we get into them. All right? And that's what we just did. We prepared for all of the other stretches by making this one feel extra awful. Let's get into the second stretch. What we're going to do is called the butterfly stretch. What I want you to do is sit with your butt, your low back, your shoulders, your head up against the wall. All right? Lean back, enjoy that nice posture. If you're sweating and you're hot, hopefully your walls are nice and cool. Bring your feet together, pull them into your groin, and we're ready to begin. This is our starting position. What I want you to do in this stretch is to stretch out the groin muscles right here. The way we do that is by bringing the knees down into the ground. What I want you to do, because I want you to get stronger, I want you to develop control, is flex your glutes, flex your outer thighs. I want you to pull your own knees down into the ground using your own muscles. All right? If you've never done this before, don't worry about the details and which muscles you have to contract. Just focus on feeling a bigger stretch here in the inner thighs and trying your best to get your knees to go down just a little bit. As long as you're moving in the right direction, it's all good. All right? Next step, we're taking our hands, we're applying a little bit of pressure on the inside of the knee. If you have dumbbells or something like a lightweight, feel free to just drop it on your knee. But for most people, you'll be good if you just push straight down. We're going to hold this for about 30 seconds. I want you to keep on applying steady pressure. Increase it if it's comfortable. And 30, 29, 28. When you exhale, see if you can push your legs down just a little bit deeper. 26, 25, 24, 23. 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Keep going. As you exhale, see if you can push your legs a little deeper into the stretch. If it doesn't hurt, it's not a sharp pain, it's just regular old stretching discomfort, you're good to keep pushing. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our butterfly. All right? Shake out your wrists. They're probably a little bit tired from pushing your legs down. Flap the wings of your butterfly. Flap your legs around a little bit to help them wake up as well. And we're pretty much ready to get into our third stretch, the standing pancake. All right? If you're regular, feel free to change the standing pancake as you see fit. If you need to be doing a seated pancake from a higher position, please jump right into that. For most of us, if you're just starting out, you're not super flexible yet, the standing pancake is where you want to be. All right? I want you to open up your legs decently wide, nothing crazy. If you can get to like 30-ish degrees, that's perfect. From here, we're going to fold our belly buttons down to the ground. Whee! Ugh. As soon as you get stuck, this is our starting position. All right? I want you to open up your legs decently wide, and from the side it's going to look like this. Boom. When we are here, the goal of this stretch is to fold your upper body basically in between your legs as deep as you can. And for most of us, it's going to be really hard. It requires a lot of hamstring flexibility, which is partially why we spend so much time on the hamstring stretch. The way to make the most out of the stretch when you're in a standing position is to let gravity pull you down. When your upper body is about horizontal, and then if you extend your arms past your head so that it's extra long leverage, you're going to feel a whole bunch of assistance from gravity, and that is what we want. Let gravity help pull you down into the ground. And that's the basics. If you're ready for something a little bit more advanced, you can choose to open up your legs a little bit wider. You can choose to stick your butt back a little bit, and then you're pretty much as hard as it's going to get. All right, that's it. Let's go. If you want to make this even harder, by the way, you can also hold a small dumbbell, a small weight in your hands while they're extended out in front. That will make everything more miserable. Ready? Let's go. Fold forward. Bring your belly button down to the ground. Belly button, belly button, belly button down. Remember, you don't have to bring your legs super wide. That's optional. If you get exhausted, you can always bring your legs together. All right, 30 seconds. Let's do it. 29, 28, 27, 26. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. And when you exhale, see if you can fold a little deeper. 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our stretch. You might have noticed I slipped and fell on my butt. When you lean your butt far enough back, it turns into a seated pancake that you're just kind of levitating on. And then if you go too far and you slip, you fall on your butt, it becomes a real seated pancake. All right? If you're able to fold far enough, it's going to be fine. You won't miss out on anything. But if you're a little less flexible, doing the standing pancake lets gravity pull you deep into the ground. All right? If you haven't already, bring your legs in together. Try to wiggle your toes and your heels in if you need a little bit of extra support. Walk your hands up your thighs. Come on out of that stretch. That is our third stretch. That is our standing pancake and possibly partially seated pancake. All right? Whew! We've got 2 more stretches left. The fourth stretch that we're going to do is called the pigeon or the figure 4. You have the option because those are technically 2 different stretches. Very similar, but slightly different. Yesterday, I'm pretty sure we did the pigeon, so today we're going to do the figure 4. If you're a regular, you know what you're doing, feel free to jump into whichever version you like, but I'm going to explain the figure 4. Fundamentally, they have the same foundation. We're going to take one leg, we're going to cross it over to the other side, we're grabbing that angle, we're pulling it up towards our belly button, and we're going to fold forward and bring our belly button towards that leg. We're going to feel a stretch here in the side of our hip. That is a glute muscle. We might also feel a stretch in the hamstrings. When we're doing the stretch, the hamstrings are going to be here instead of behind you, right? Because your leg is rotating. And you might feel a little bit of pressure here where you're actually doing the folding. The figure 4 has us laying on down. So come on over. We're going to lay down. Oh, man, my favorite part, laying down. Ugh. Woo! Take a second, catch your breath, and let's begin. We're taking one leg. We're crossing it over to the other side. We're making this nice triangle in our legs. I want you to stick your hand through that triangle. I want us to take the other hand, wrap it around, and I want you to grab this knee. All right? And the goal here is to pull this leg in towards your chest, right? We're going to do it by pulling on this knee. I want you to slowly inhale, exhale, and add a little bit of pressure. Bring that leg closer to your chest. All right, we're going to breathe 3 times. That was 1. 2 more. Inhale. Pull on that leg. Exhale. Pull on that leg. Inhale. Pull on that leg. Exhale. Pull on that leg. And once you've got that pretty close to you already, we're ready to begin. 30 seconds. Let's go. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19. If you're feeling some pressure in your knee and it's a little achy, you can cup the knee or you can stick it in your elbow pit directly and pull it towards your chest. It should take a lot of pressure off that knee. 15, 14, 13, 12. Keep on pulling that leg into your chest. Feel the stretch in your glutes. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, relax. Let your body flop to the floor. We're going to switch on over to the other side. Other leg crossed over. We're making that triangle. Stick your arm through the triangle. Other arm wraps around. We are applying some pressure to that leg and pulling everything in. Inhale. Pull the leg in. Exhale. Pull the leg in. Inhale. Pull the leg in. Exhale. Pull the leg in. Inhale. Pull the leg in. Exhale. Pull the leg in. Some more. If your knee is achy, you can cup it, stick it into your elbow pit, or you can palm it and cup it like that. All right, 30 seconds. Let's go. 29, 28, 27. Feel the stretch in that glute muscle on the side of your hip. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. Keep pulling. Bring that leg into your chest. 18, 17, 16. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our stretch. Whew. Relax everything. Let your legs drop to the ground. Maybe let your knees flop to either side. Whew. Let your low back get a little bit of relaxation when your knees flop to either side. And breathe. All right. That was the fourth of our 5 stretches. We got 5 stretches in total. And that means we're coming to the end of our show. We're coming to the close. We're not actually that close because we got 3 rounds of side splits, so it's going to take a while. But the 5th and final stretch is the side splits. All right. If you've never been here before, we're doing 45 to 60 minutes of live hip mobility, side split stretching stuff. We do this every day to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community, to make the suffering we put ourselves through a little bit more fun, a little bit more entertaining, a little bit easier to stay consistent with. So, if you like side splits, hip mobility, consistency, any combination of those 3 things, just 2 of the 3, maybe even 1 of those 3, make sure to hit follow, hit subscribe, and keep coming back. We're live every day starting at 9 p.m. Eastern, which means we started 40 minutes ago. All right, Monday through Sunday. Let's get into some side splits. First thing I want you to do is go grab a stool. I got a little foldable stool that I've had for probably a decade at this point. It is not a special fitness equipment. It is just a regular stool. If you do not have a stool, you can try a couple of yoga blocks. You can try a couple of textbooks. You can try an ottoman. You can try a coffee table. You can even use a regular chair. And instead of putting your hands on it like this, you can just put your elbows on it. Cool? All right. If you don't know why we need the stool or the hand support, it's because in the side splits, we're going to get into a position that looks a little bit like this. Our legs are going to be wide. We're going to put a whole bunch of weight into our arms. We're going to elevate our arms to make this position a little easier to get into. All right? I hope you have your equipment. Let's move our butts over to a wall. Okay? The wall is going to be our best friend. It is going to keep us supported. It's going to help us not fall backwards. It's going to keep us stable. So, get your butt onto the wall. Literally touch butt to wall. All right? Take a tiny baby step forward. Your butt is no longer on the wall. And we're going to start opening up our legs. All right? You don't have to go crazy. You can get 30, 35, 40-ish degrees. That's plenty for now. I want you to fold forward and bring your belly button down towards the ground. Whee! So that your hands are resting on your stool. All right? You might not need to. You might be able to fold super far forward and not actually need it. But, you'll find out as you go. Okay, let's go. I want you to take your time. I want you to slowly open up your legs a little bit wider. And keep on using your hand support to make sure you stay balanced, so you stay in control. Let your butt slide down the wall nice and slow until you find you're in a pretty wide looking position. All right? Next, we're going to rotate our legs so that the thigh bones don't smash into our hip bones. Cool? What I want you to do looks like this. We're going to take our feet, we're going to take our whole entire leg, we're going to rotate it backwards 90 degrees. So that the knees are pointing up, the toes are pointing up, and the heels are down. And we got to do this on both sides, all right? So, boom. Heels are down, toes are up, knees are up. The reason why we do this is because there's this lumpy part of your thigh bone that will smash into your hip bone, if you come up and get deeper facing this way. When we rotate the leg, that bony part goes back behind our butts and it doesn't smash into our hips anymore. Cool? All right. From here, you're already in a side split. Congratulations. You might be a little bit high in your side split, but you're in a side split. All right. What I want you to do next is slowly drop down. This is up to you and your level of skill, your level of comfort. You don't have to go fast. You don't have to make yours look like mine. All right. Especially if you're new. So take your time. What I want you to do is wiggle around, find a comfortable, stable position for you. Your heels are down, your toes are up, your knees are pointing up, your butt is resting against the wall, your stool is close enough towards you that you feel like you're in control, you're feeling very comfortable, you don't feel like you're falling to the left, you're not falling to the right, you're not slipping and falling backwards, you're not slipping and falling forwards, you feel like you're in control. The reason why we care about control is because if you feel like you're about to slip, if you feel like you're about to lose balance, your muscles are going to tense real hard to stop you from falling, all right? When they tense real hard, you're not going to get any more flexible, you're not going to get any stretchier because your muscles are literally fighting you. So, we need to find a comfortable position where you can relax, all right? When you have found that position, we're going to breathe. Inhale, big breath in. Hold it for a second and slowly relax. It out. Exhale. See if you can slip a little deeper into your stretch. Let's go again. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can slip a little deeper into your stretch. Third time. Let's go. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Sink a little deeper into your stretch if you can. All right. This might be where you're stopping. But if you feel like you got a little bit more in you and you want to try, feel free to do a little lean to the right, a little lean to the left, a little wiggle here, a little wiggle there. See if you can get just a tiny bit more. And once you're as deep as you can get, we're ready to begin. If your toes are pointing up, your knees are pointing up, your heels are down, and the top of your head is basically pointing up into the ceiling, we are ready to count it down. 30 seconds. Let's go. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. Keep breathing. 24. 23, 22, occasionally, see if you can add a little wiggle, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, keep breathing, don't hold your breath, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, walk your hands forward. Get rid of your hand support. Toss it out of the way as much as you can. Bring your legs in underneath you. If you had a big chunk of hand support, like an ottoman, a coffee table or something, it would have been fine if you leaned yourself really far over it and even rested your chest on it if it was that tall, and slowly pulled your legs in underneath you. All right? Whew. When you're kneeling, when you're able to chill, we're also going to be ready to relax, right? What we just did was put a whole bunch of tension into our legs, into our butt, into our hips. We're going to get back up into standing. We're going to shake out some of that tension. We're going to help our muscles relax so that we can get into a deeper second side split and hopefully an even deeper third side split. What I want you to do is come back up into standing, and I want you to shake out your ankles nice and slowly, nice and gently. Whew. Give it a little shake, a little flop, a little gentle shakey, shake, 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 and relax and begin again. Shake a little harder, shake a little harder, shake a little harder. See if you can get a little faster. If your ankles are starting to flop in all sorts of crazy positions, going real far left and right, going real far back and forward, and it's not painful, chances are the muscles that would be stopping you aren't very relaxed. They aren't doing anything at all. They're letting you do whatever you want, and that is the goal. We want our muscles to be relaxed. Switch to the other side. Start nice and gentle. I probably didn't start that gentle. Pick up the intensity as you find it comfortable. There is a certain relationship between the speed which you're shaken and how relaxed you are, but that is not
there's a cap at which that matters. All right. If you can get your leg flopping pretty good, you're good. You don't have to keep on increasing the speed. You don't have to shake harder. You don't have to wiggle harder because that would be a lot on your joints. All right. Whew. Hopefully, you're ready to take a couple of steps. If your legs are feeling a little bit better, now that you've shooken out your ankles, we're ready to move on to our hips. I want you to put all your weight on one leg, big toe is down, so that you're in sort of this position. All right? I want you to flex your glutes. I want you to really open up this leg so this knee is pointing that way. And then I want you to do the opposite. I want you to really contract the muscles here in the hip to bring this knee in, so the knees are almost touching. If you're new to the show, our goal here is to build up some range of motion, build up some control, build up some strength. If you're a regular, the goal here is to relax just like before. I want you to shake out that leg. Shakety shake, 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 and occasionally add in a couple of these with maximum range of motion, then shake it out some more. All right? Other side, all your weight on one leg, big toe is down. Again, if you're new, work on getting that full range of motion, opening the knee out, bringing the knee in, opening the knee out, bring the knee in. The rest of the body doesn't actually have to move. It's just this thigh bone where it connects into your hip that is moving. And, you know, the muscles that allow you to do the movement. And when you're a little bit more experienced, you can shake it out a little bit faster, shake it out a little harder. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Flop, 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 flop. And one last shake of everything. Relax your body. Chill. We're ready to get into side split number 2. All right? Butt up against the wall. Get your hand support in front of you. Ready. Open up your legs just a little bit. Fold forward. Get your hands on your hand support. Let your butt rest against the wall. Slowly drop down along the wall. And open up those legs. All right? We're going to rotate the legs. Boom, heels are down, toes are up, knees are pointing up. Boom, heels are down, toes are up, knees are pointing up. This is our side split. Take a second, adjust, find a comfortable position for you where you feel like you're in control. You're not feeling like you're about to slip, you're not about to fall backwards. You are feeling good, all right? And then we're going to start breathing. Ready? Big breath in, inhale, hold, exhale, relax. Oh, again, inhale, hold, exhale, relax. One last one. Inhale, exhale, relax. Whew, that is 3. If you feel like you can still go a little bit deeper, these are all optional. You can try a little bit of a wiggle. Little lean to the right, little lean to the left, little lean to the right, little lean to the left, and whew, see if you can get just a little bit deeper. We're ready for our second stretch. The first one that we did had the toes and the knees pointing straight up. This one, I want you to walk your hands forward just a little bit, and it's going to bring your hips forward as well, and it's going to pull your knees forward so that your knees are pointing forward at around like a 45, 60 degree angle. When you do this, your inner thigh is going to feel more of a stretch. That is what we want. That's the goal. Go ahead and begin. 30 seconds. 29, 28. If you don't feel like this is quite intense enough for you, bend your elbows just a little bit, and suddenly your legs will feel like it's carrying the whole world. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's it. Walk your hands forward. That is our whole second stretch. Bring your legs in underneath you. Take a second. Catch your breath. Relax. And when you're ready, we're going to come back into standing. We're going to shake out our legs. All right? Let's go. Step and step some more. Whew. Do a little wiggle. Do a little dance. Shake out some tension. And let's get ready to shake out our ankles. Shake, 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 shake. Shakety, shake, shake, shake. Shake some more. Shake a little harder. Shake, 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 shake. Floppity, flop, flop, flop. Shake a little harder if it's comfortable for you to pick up the speed. And let's switch. Other ankle. Start nice and slow. Take your time with it. If it's comfortable, it's feeling okay, you want to shake a little harder, go ahead and do that. And one more second. Let's call it there. That hopefully lets your legs relax a little bit. Do a couple of steps, bend the knees a little bit. Experiment. Make sure you're feeling okay. And let's move on to our hips. All right. I want you to put all your weight in one leg. Big toe is down. Work on that maximum range of motion. Work on that strength. Work on that control. And when you've worked on it a little bit, shake a little bit faster. Go a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's switch to the other side. All your weight on one leg. Big toe is down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've worked on strength and control. Let's go faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And whew, hopefully your hips are feeling a little bit looser. Shake out everything. Just a little gentle floppity flop flop flop. Pretend you are a soggy, overcooked noodle that you forgot in the pot. And whew, I think we're ready for side split number 3. Let's wrap this up. Butt up against the wall. Take half a step forward. Prepare your hand support. And let's open up our legs and fold. Ready? Whew. Rest your butt against the wall. Hands on your hand support. Let your legs go a little bit wider. Find a decently comfortable spot. And let's rotate those legs so the heels are down, the toes are up, and the knees are pointing up. Hands are on your hand support. Butt is resting against the wall. You might want to experiment by pulling your hand support into the wall and getting real close with everything. All right? Find that comfortable position where you feel like you're in control. You don't feel like you're about to slip. You don't feel like you're about to fall. And let's get ready to breathe. Inhale. Exhale and relax. Again, inhale. Exhale and relax. That's 2. Let's go for a third time. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. If you want to do a little bit more, this is optional. You can do that little wiggle, all right? Little wiggle to the right, little wiggle to the left, little wiggle to the right, little wiggle to the left. We are in position. This is our third and final side split. You got the option of doing the version where the toes and the knees are pointing straight up, the head is pointing straight up, version 1. You got the option of version 2, putting your hands in front of you so that you're feeling more of a stretch in your inner thigh. Pick whichever one you would like, and let's get ready to begin. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our third and final side split. Walk your hands forward just a little bit. Bring your legs in underneath you. Oh, grunt, groan. Take as many seconds as you need to catch your breath. Make as many sound effects as you need to. That is our third and final side split. Whew. Slowly come back up into standing. We're going to shake out our legs. We're going to wrap it up, all right? We've done all the hard stuff now. Now we're just going to relax. We're going to get loose. We're going to get comfortable so that you can go back to doing whatever else you got to do for the rest of the day, all right? Shake out your ankles. Shake, 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 shake. Shakety, shake, 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 shake some more. Shakety, shake, 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 shake. And other side. Shake, 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 shake. Shakety, shake, 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 shake. Whoo! Let your ankles relax, all right? Once your legs are feeling a little bit better, let's move on to our hips. All your weight in one leg, big toe is down. We're going to do that in and out and in and out and in and out. I'm a big believer of making things fun so that you actually want to do them, so that you enjoy doing them, all right? So it doesn't feel like just torture. Because, we put ourselves through a lot of suffering. And if you don't enjoy it, it's going to be hard to continue. What I want you to try is bring that leg all the way out. I want you to nice and gracefully bring that arm down, scoop the air, pull that leg in, do some stanky leg, all right? Pull that leg in, get graceful, have fun with it, do the other side. Boom, 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 and have fun. Shake it out. All right. Hopefully, you're feeling a little bit looser. I can't remember if we shook out the other leg and did the in, out on the other side. So if we haven't and you remember, feel free to add a little bit of that back in. But in about 3 seconds, we're going to wrap up with those and move on to our joint checks. Our joint checks are beginning right now. These are going to go fast. We're going to do a really slow hip circle. We're going to try and lean as deep into the hip as we can. And slowly work our way through a crazy deep hip circle. All right. I want you to feel the stretch in your glutes. I want you to feel it in your hip. I want you to feel it almost in your obliques. I want you to feel it in your low back as you slowly come around. Switch to the other side. Oh, yeah. Oh. And keep going. Once you've done a couple of those, feeling a little looser, feeling a little better, we're going to do a quick high knee. Boom. And boom. If your knees come up, you're fine. You don't need to work on anything else. Next, we're going to do some calf raises in a squatting position to wrap up. What I want you to do is have your feet underneath your hips. So hips width apart, not super close, not super wide, about here-ish. Cool? We're going to drop into a squat, looking like this. What I want you to do is lean your chest really far forward, like you're about to tip over. Then I want you to stick your knees really far forward too, so you're sending even more of your body weight in front of you. What is going to happen is your toes are going to kick in. They're going to grip the floor, trying to keep you from falling forward. And the arch of your foot is going to really kick in to try and keep you stable because your feet are going to try and keep you not tipping over. All right? You're going to feel a huge stretch in your Achilles tendon, in your calves. You can poke them to double check. That's good. Your quads are probably firing and telling you to please stop. Your low back is probably tired and doing the same. So let's wrap things up. Put your hands down. Let's get ready for some calf raises. Lift those heels as high as you can. Slowly come down with control if you can. Use your hands for support if you need the support. If you don't need it, feel free to skip it. Do as many reps as you can. If you can only do 5, do 5. If you can do 10, do 10. If you can't do any at all, try your bestest. Use a little bit more hand support. And when you're done, wherever that is for you, we're going to quickly recap what we just pulled out. All right? We got our toes working real hard, gripping the floor, and got the arch working real hard to make sure we don't topple over. We put ourselves through a crazy calf stretch, Achilles tendon stretch, and then huge contraction when we did the calf raise. Our quads were firing. You felt that, I'm sure. And the low back was working real hard. Plus, our hips, our knees, our ankles, all the bones in our feet, all the little baby tendons and muscles and ligaments in between, we're working real well together if you were able to pull off most of that. All right? So, chances are you're probably ready to go back to whatever it is that you need to do for the rest of the day. I hope you enjoyed the live because that is it. Oh man, we finished under the hour? Oh, incredible. Okay. It has been about an hour since we began, and it's rare that we hit just under the hour. So, I'm excited. If you liked side splits, if you liked hip mobility, if you liked the idea of us practicing consistency together, then please know we do this live every single day starting at 9 p.m. Eastern, which means we started about 1 hour ago. Whatever that hour time is for you, that is our daily time every single day, Monday through Sunday. And I hope to see you again soon. All right, hit follow, hit subscribe, keep coming back. We are here every single day. You don't have to show up every day. You just come whenever you want. 3-4 times a week is plenty for most people, but I am here for you 7 days a week, and there are a couple of other people like Che who tend to be here 7 days a week as well. All right? Okay. Kat says, that was a great pace. Amazing. Good. I'm glad. All right. Kat also says, thank you, Ken, and so glad to see your reach growing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Suri says, we appreciate it. Suri has also been very consistent. All right. Mouth is a little bit dry, but it's okay. I'll survive this. Let's look at the chat real quick, and then we will wrap up. We got a comment from somebody who doesn't have a username that I can see, but when I click into the profile, it says Barry Dreamy 6. It says, first one and feel better. Good. Welcome to your first live. I appreciate you for being here. Appreciate you giving a chance to the live crazy dude stretching, doing weird things. And I'm glad you jumped in. I try to make sure the live is got enough explanation as we're doing things that it doesn't feel overwhelming. Because some of the moves are a little crazy looking, right? And I'm glad you gave it a shot, and I'm glad you're feeling better. Because when you see sort of an immediate reward, an immediate improvement, it makes it a lot easier for you to want to come back, which is my goal for you, and hopefully your goal for you too. Cool? All right. I'm gonna scoot my butt closer to the phones and check out what's going on. If you guys don't know, I run a YouTube live and a TikTok live simultaneously. The left hand here is right in front of my YouTube phone, and the right hand here is right in front of my TikTok phone. And usually, YouTube has way fewer people, so I'm gonna start by looking at the chat there. Queen RR says hello, welcome back. Jax JXA, who is also Che on TikTok, sending a whole bunch of awesome emojis. Thank you for the support. Christopher Grabeck says hi from New York. Christopher asks, how long have I been doing this exercise? I'm injured, but I'm gonna try it. I've been doing some version of this live with the same basic exercise, at least the same 5 basic stretches, but maybe the warm-ups might have changed for a little over a year now, maybe a year and a half. Oh no, maybe I'm wrong. Yes, like a year and a half. I'm getting a message from TikTok that I have to solve a puzzle to confirm that I'm not a bot. Give me just a second. And all right, let's go. I'm gonna keep looking at the chat. Queen RR has answered. He's been doing this for about 18 months. Perfect. That is correct. And that I do Q&A at the end of the show. Perfect. Thank you guys for answering the questions because I'm usually all the way back there. I'm way too far away to be able to read any of the text coming in on the phone. I do lives on 2 mobile phones, so it's teeny tiny little bits of text. And you can tell how teeny tiny it is because I am staring at the phone from like this close. Christopher says, I wish I knew about the video earlier. I got hurt at work and I'm depressed. I'm so thankful I got to go. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Oh, lovely. I hope you recover. I hope you're feeling better, and I hope you have a wonderful night. But I don't think you're here for me to say that to you. So everybody else, I hope you have a wonderful night too. All right. Queen RR says, hope you can 10 live again. Awesome. That's so lovely. Thank you for keeping the vibes good in the chat when I'm all the way over there. I really appreciate you guys for keeping the community aspect alive, making it feel welcoming for the people who are coming in, especially for Christopher, who's coming in for the first time. Cool. Thank you, Queen RR. All right. Let's see. We got a York. I'm back on TikTok now. Okay, I'm gonna go back to YouTube because another comment just came in. As I said, we're gonna go back to TikTok. Keisha says Ken made a pigeon video just to spite me. Hello, JK. It was good info. That's so funny. Yeah, just to spite you. Keisha is a regular who shows up on YouTube very often. Does Taekwondo, and she particularly despises when we do the pigeon. Today we did the figure 4 though in our show, so she probably enjoyed today's live. But the commentary is about short form content that I make. I make some other content. It's not just the lives, it's not just side splits. Most of the time I'm trying to help you incorporate a little bit of movement, a little bit of fitness into your regular life. If you've got 2 minutes waiting for the coffee to come out the machine, if you got 2 minutes waiting for the microwave to heat up your lunch, if you got a couple of minutes waiting for your pasta to boil so you can whip something together, those are a couple of minutes you probably would have been doom scrolling with anyway. So make sure to hit follow, make sure to hit subscribe so that you can doom scroll into my content and get a little reminder to do a couple of calf raises while you're in the kitchen, a couple of lunges, a couple of squats. If you want, you can go a little harder core and do some Cossack switches like we do in our live. And I really do recommend the Cossack switch because you work on balance, you work on a whole bunch of deep, stretchy stuff across both legs, and you build up a ton of strength. So that might be the best bang for the buck. But if you want to just keep it easy so you can doom scroll and exercise at the same time, maybe the calf raise is the one for you. So if you like that little tiny bit of friendly, fun inspiration to add a little bit of movement into your life so that you can take care of your joints, you can give some love to your body, make sure to hit follow, hit subscribe. All right? What else we got? Luzum, welcome back. Sends lots of hearts. Thank you so much. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Suri says, we appreciate it. Kaji, sending lots of love. Appreciate you guys. And I'm going to scroll up. Scroll up. Suri says, howdy, everyone. D said something that got everybody else. D says, slowly drop down, in air quotes. This is the part where I silently scream. I know. In the back of my head, I'm also silently screaming. Don't worry. But we gotta take a couple moments to put in a little bit of effort. We can't just chill as much as I want to a lot of the time because I do this every single day. I want to chill a lot, but as much as I want to, sometimes we just gotta say that we're working a little bit harder, and then magically we do work harder. It's like our words have powers, and I actually think it's true sometimes in this show in particular. I never want to fold forward on that hamstring stretch. When I go inhale, exhale, fold, I never want to do that, right? But something happens when I say it, when I tell you to do it, and when I have you guys there to watch me do it, I am folding forward. And it's crazy because I never feel like I can anymore. I'm like, no, I can't. There's no more. I don't have anything left. And then I fold a little bit deeper. And then I prove to myself I'm wrong. And then I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I'm wrong. And then slowly, with enough proof that I'm wrong about how deep I can fold, eventually it just becomes my new baseline. And I guess that's progress. so, so silently scream. Make sure you're not feeling any sharp, intense pain, because that is a good reason to stop and to not just silently scream, maybe really scream. Uh, if you're feeling anything really sharp, really intense, I just said the word intense like 4 times out of like 7 words, then that's a good reason to stop. That's a good reason to pause. That's a good reason to not continue for the rest of the day, even if you want to. All right? It should not be super painful. It should be uncomfortable. You should not want to be there, but still choose to be there. But it shouldn't be like, dude is ripping my leg out of my hip bone. All right? That's too much. All right. I'm gonna move on because this is getting gruesome. Lenny says, "You got some tips for the back or for the leg?" Can you be more specific about what you need for the back or for the leg? Throw it in the chat in the bottom, and I'll get back to it in a little bit, Lenny. Let's see. I'm gonna scroll. I'm gonna scroll. I'm gonna scroll. Cat G sending teary eyes. One of these stretches must have been really painful. The side splits were rough today, maybe. It looks like it's pretty close to the end of the chat. Masa Sadat says hello. Hello. Crazy Kid has tagged my username a bunch of times. Lovely. Welcome, welcome. And I'm scrolling, I'm scrolling, I'm scrolling. I'm looking for comments. I'm looking for chats that a lot of people have followed. Welcome, welcome. And I see a lot of my own AI summaries. And boom. Okay, here's a comment. Travel Darcy says, hi, everyone. Oh, man, I must be close to the top of the chat. Che says hello. And is DJ Daling says, can he do the splits? I cannot technically do the splits yet. I'm getting pretty close. I'm pretty strong at the bottom of my range of motion, so hopefully that will unlock a little bit more range shortly. But the progress is definitely coming very slowly. All right. That is the very top of the chat. I'm going to scroll back down and see what else we got. What's come in since we responded to the chat, since we started responding to the chat. It looks like nothing has come in since we started responding to the chat. We got the compliment I'm going to read again that says, you're great, and I love that you tell people to not match you if they can't. Lovely. Luzum says, thank you so much. And that is all of the chat. Hopefully, more or less everything has been responded to for the people who are still on. There's only 20-something of you left. So I'll probably start wrapping up right now. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming in, practicing consistency, working on your side splits, your hip mobility. I hope you had fun. I hope you're cooling down. I hope you're relaxing. I hope you're proud of all the hard work that you just pulled off. And I hope to see you tomorrow because we do this live every single day starting at 9 p.m. Eastern, which means if you're live right now, this started an hour and 10 minutes ago. Whatever time that is for you, feel free to set an alarm, set a calendar invite, and I'll catch you tomorrow or the day after if you need to take a day off. If you're brand new to the show, you might want to take a day off because you might be a little bit sore because some of these movements might be a little bit crazier than you're used to, a little bit new to you, and that's always a good good situation to take it a little bit more chill, take it a little bit more relaxed, so that you get back into the next go around with a little bit more comfort. But if you think you're going to not come back because you're never going to show up again, then maybe you want to keep on coming back. Is Mars who I think it is? Alright. Accidentally invited somebody to the show, but we'll see what happens. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming in. I'm ready to close out. I'm hitting the sign off button right now, unless a comment comes in. And Travel with Roxy says, see you tomorrow. I guess it's time to wrap up. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll see you in the morning. Nope, no, I won't. I'm so wrong. I don't even know what day of the week it is anymore. I'll see you tomorrow night. That's like in 23 hours. Cool? Cool. Bye. Tomorrow night. Yes. Lol.